Hey Walleye Wisdom watchers, this is Gary Spiker reporting from Bob's Marina, Bellevue, Iowa. Brought the Ranger up here today for some end of season work and updates with Ryan and Bob. And you know, Bob, we've been talking about how easy it is to winterize these Evinrude E-Tec motors. I thought maybe we'd take a few minutes, let you talk about what the process is and go ahead and do a demo, I guess. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, what's the story here?
Well, what we're going to do, I'll take the motor cover off this 15.
Okay. And folks, it's 57 degrees here on a Friday, October 21st. We got Bob down to his t-shirt. Ryan just took his jacket off.
And the reason I took the hood off is there's some LED lights on the EMM.
Okay.
It's part of the process. So we're going to watch those LED lights while we put this motor into winterization mode.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn some water on here first.
Yep. And folks, I'm just going to stand up here. It's beautiful Friday afternoon. We got the sun shining.
Now what you want to do when you first start the engine up, first of all we'll prime it up, make sure we get gas to the motor.
Yep.
Ideally, you would have stabilizer in the gas so that what you are running through the motor is stabilized fuel. So it's
now, do you recommend using that Marine brand of stable, or would the regular stable product work for?
Well, the Marine brand is for ethanol.
Right.
Evinrude's product that they have is for it's for ethanol also. So I mean that's all they make is it'll treat both regular and ethanol.
Okay.
And okay, there we go.
So you got the bulb squeezed full there.
We've got it primed up.
Yep.
What we want to do is we want to take this engine, instead of starting it in the normal idle position,
Yeah.
we want to move it to about the 3/4 throttle position.
Okay. And okay. I see where that is. Okay.
All right. And then we're going to hit the start button.
Start button.
Now, if you'll notice, all 4 LED lights are lit.
Okay.
And when those lights go out, it takes about 15 seconds. I'm going to bring it back to idle.
Okay.
All right. It went off.
Yep.
You bring the throttle all the way back to idle.
Yep.
Now your LED lights should light up again.
Okay. Yeah, they're back on. They're back on. Okay.
They go out.
Yep.
Now we're going to move the throttle back to the 3/4. Now you notice the engine's running at a little bit faster speed, a little erratic. You look at the LED lights again, now they're flashing.
Right.
When they're flashing, it's in the winterization mode, it's doing its thing.
Okay.
And when this is done winterizing, the motor will just shut off.
Automatically?
Automatically, it'll be done. The motor shuts off, it's winterized.
Well, it's running, and we know it's going to shut off now. Is this a feature of all the Evinrude E-Tec?
All E-Tec engines are capable of doing this, yes.
Oh, okay, so whether it's a little 9.9 on up?
All the way up to the 300 horse, they all do this. All can be self-winterized like that. Okay,
we're gonna try doing the big motor, or maybe just have you walk me through what we normally would do with it when this is done. So the process then is to make sure you take the cover off and then watch the LED lights.
Yes.
And when the LED lights go off the first time, then you move the throttle back.
Correct.
Then they come back on.
And now we're done.
Boy, that took, folks, you know, this video is just a little over 4 minutes, so that took about 35, 40 seconds.
Generally, what you can do, what really make life simple, is when you know what's going to be your last trip to the water.
Yeah.
You pull the boat up on the trailer.
Yeah.
Put your motor in the winterization mode. Tilt the motor up when it's done. Pull the boat out. Put your motor back down for all the water. You want to have your motor in the vertical position.
Okay.
That'll allow all the water to drain out.
Right.
Then the only thing you would do after that would be to check your gear oil, make sure you didn't pick up some fish line and then cut the seal and let some water in there. If your oil's good and clean, just button it back up. If your oil is dirty, milky, etc., you'd want to change it. If it's milky, it means you have some way that water got in there, so you'd want to address that. Some way of getting it fixed, find the seal that leaked,
okay,
get that taken care of. You got a few grease zerks on the motor.
Right.
You might want to hit those.
Yep.
Pull the prop off. Make sure it doesn't have no fish line on it.
Right.
And at that point in time, grease your splines, put your prop back on, and you're pretty much set for the winter.
Hey, Bob, thanks for taking a few minutes to show our watchers what it's like to winterize an E-Tec. Thanks a lot, Bob.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Hey, Walleye Wisdom watchers, Gary Spiker reporting from Bob's Marine at Bellevue, Iowa, here with Bob Hutchcroft. And Bob, we just had a little video tutorial on winterizing the 15-horse E-Tec. Now we're going to talk about the 250, the big motor.
On the 250,
yep,
the process is essentially the same. The only difference is you're using a throttle handle instead of a tiller handle.
Okay.
So what you would do on the big engine is you push in your button and you go into the throttle only mode.
Okay.
Push it down to about 3/4 throttle. Start the engine. Now if you have a systems check gauge on the dash, you don't need to look at the ones on the motor. You can just watch your systems check.
Okay.
In your case, you've got the I-command gauges. There's also going to be a section on there that comes out. You could actually winterize your motor by using the I-command gauges. You can put it into winterization mode via the I-command gauges.
I'm going to have to read the manual on that, Bob.
but for most people that don't have I-command, same thing. You put it 3/4 throttle, start it up, let it run 15 seconds or till the lights go out, bring it back to neutral. Lights will come back on. That'll last about 15 seconds. When the lights go out, you push it back down to 3/4 throttle.
Now the lights you're talking about are where now?
Well, either on the EMM
or on the dash.
Or on the dash if you've got a systems check gauge.
Yeah.
And a systems check gauge would be flashing. So now with it in the 3/4 throttle position, those lights should be flashing, and when the motor is winterized, it'll just shut off.
Simple process, folks, for either the little motor or the big motor. And Bob, thanks for taking the time to do it. The boys and I are going to go up to Escanaba in early November, so this procedure is going to be real helpful to us as we get through on that cold water trip.
Very good.
Hey, thanks, Bob.
You're welcome.